Most of my adult life, I've been in good health. Then, in an instant, everything changed. Something that was out of my control. One day in 2015, I woke up and I heard whooshing in my ear to the rhythm of my heartbeat. No matter what I did, the whooshing never went away. It was my constant partner taunting me every second of every day. Not only did I hear whooshing, my symptoms got progressively worse. I had constant, excruciating pressure in my head, like I lived life upside down. I was always dizzy. I saw constant stars in my eyes, and not the good, dreamy kind. I couldn't sleep. Imagine never again being able to hear something as simple and as sweet as silence. That was my life for 2 years. For 2 years, I was in and out of doctor's offices. Not one of them could figure it out. Each one turned me away to someone else to try and figure out what was wrong with me. Until 2 years later, they found out that I had hydrocephalus and it was causing all of my problems. But coming to that diagnosis was the hardest 2 years of my life. Not only was my body failing me, I felt alone. I felt hopeless. To help me cope, I documented the 2-year process, from my first doctor appointment to my eventual brain surgery. This is it. So it's, what day is it? Wednesday afternoon. I just got out of the ENT and they looked at my ear. Let me just tell you a little bit about what's been going on with my ear. Within the last 2 months, I've been able to hear my heartbeat in my ear, and it's gotten progressively worse fairly quickly, and it gets to the point when I bend over, I get lightheaded, and all the blood rushes to my head, and my ear pounds, and I feel a lot of pressure in my eyes. There's a lot. It's just thrown my whole face out of whack, and it's been so frustrating and discouraging to constantly have a sound going on in my ear. So I finally made an ENT appointment, which I hate going to the doctor. I was just hoping that they would find something oh, you have a hole in your eardrum, let's schedule a surgery to patch it up so I can be on with my life. Well, of course, my hearing test, they said I have supersonic hearing. They didn't find anything in my ear, which I'm so thankful for, but it sucks whenever you have something that you know is wrong, but they can't find it out right away. So I know I'm very fortunate that I'm very healthy, and but it's just I was sitting there and wanted to cry when she was like, your ear looks great, and I'm like, well, it doesn't feel great, it doesn't sound great. So I almost broke down in tears, which is so stupid. But it makes me want to cry that they didn't find anything wrong right then. So we're gonna do a CT scan soon. We're waiting for all that stupid insurance paperwork crap to come through. So hopefully next week we can get a CT scheduled, because they want to look at my arteries on this side of my face, and to look at all the bones in my over here to see if maybe I have a clogged artery, or I don't know, she did this, maybe there's an artery that goes like this, or the bone's thinned out. And I was like, well, why is this just starting? And they're, within the last 2 months, and they're like, we'll find out with the CT scan, hopefully. And I'm like, yeah, hopefully. So I'm a little discouraged, because I'm very impatient and I want answers right now with this appointment. I don't want to have to do more tests. That's stupid. I am at the ENT's office. I'm supposed to go in and get my results for my CT scan. Oh my gosh, I'm I'm really, really nervous. I have knots in my stomach. I haven't been pulling out my eyelashes, but I've been biting my lip something fierce because I'm really nervous about the results. I'm nervous that they'll find something. I'm also nervous if they don't find something because there's something obviously wrong with my ear. So, I feel like I'm gonna cry. Thankfully, there's nothing wrong with my brain. No aneurysms, no tumors. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus, that I am not about to collapse and die because there's something wrong with my brain. But here's the deal. Something is still going on right here, somewhere in this vicinity, that makes me hear my freaking heartbeat in my ear. So they can't figure it out right now without having to do more tests. So we're gonna do another CT scan on my arteries, carotid arteries, here. They're gonna scan right here. Do another contrast scan to see what's going on in here. And we'll go from there. And if there's nothing wrong with anything right here, I don't know what to do. He said that, you know, like the only thing left are really rare things. And he's like, but that wouldn't, but to do, but they're rare. He was like, but they're rare. I was like, well, they still exist. So maybe they're rare, but maybe they're popular in me. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Thankful that there's nothing wrong, but there's obviously still something going on with no answers for it still. So I might go get some coffee because that's what calms me down and takes me to my happy place, and I need to go to my happy place. And then I'm gonna go back home and we'll see what the rest of the day looks like. I'm feeling a little, I don't know the word. I'm not feeling so, I don't know, perky and happy right now. I'm a little frustrated right now. A lot frustrated right now. First of all, my ear woke me up about every couple of hours last night, and I'm over it. I'm over my ear being a bitch. Sorry. And other things are starting to be wrong too. Like my eyes have stars in them. Like when I get up, any type of blood rush to my head, you know, kind of like when you feel like you're gonna pass out and you see stars and then you kind of like everything's fine, it like fades back in. That's what it's like all the time. Also my left ear is very muffled, so I sound very loud in my head right now. Like my ears are plugged up, and I'm frustrated. So I'm very frustrated. I've gone to doctors and no one's taking me seriously, and they're saying that I just have to live with it, and that's bullshit. I'm over that. I'm not just gonna live with it. You know, how about you live with symptoms like this? No, it's not acceptable. So right now, I've joined like a online support group and trying to find a doctor in Houston who is familiar with my issues, because I don't want to go to another doctor and then them tell me to live with it because I might punch them in the face. Whoa, that scared me. I might punch them in the face. What is happening now currently is that I am waiting to see a doctor at MD Anderson. MD Anderson is a cancer center here in Houston, but I don't have cancer. The last ENT that I saw is referring me to a neurologist, and he happens to be at MD Anderson. And so their whole thing, they have this, to get into the hospital to see a doctor at MD Anderson, you have to go through like the main hospital system before you could ever make an appointment with a specific doctor that works at MD Anderson. At least this is how I am to understand it. We called the doctor's office to make an appointment. They can't make appointments at that office. You have to go through the main hospital system. So I spoke with like a generic person at, like, I guess at the main booking thing at the hospital, and they took down all my information. They took down my insurance information, and you have to get your insurance approved before they can make an appointment. You have to get approval from the doctor, even though the ENT already spoke to this doctor and said, and the MD Anderson doctor said that he would accept me. I still have to go through the main referral system, and they have to get my records from previous doctors that I've seen, and that doctor has to officially approve me through the main system. And it's frustrating because there's so many hoops to jump through, and I just want to see this doctor. I had done all this. I had called MD Anderson and I had given them all my information. I got approved. They were waiting on my records, and I get a phone call saying that they had called me like 3 times, and since they didn't hear from me, they were putting my referral on hold. But I swear I had no voicemails and no messages left over from them telling me that I needed to call them to keep my record or my referral open. And so I randomly get this phone call saying, we're closing your referral and you need to call us back within 30 days or we're going to delete it all and you have to start over from scratch. And I'm like, what? So I called back and I said, please, reinstate my referral. What does this mean? And she got defensive and she's like, I called you several times. I have record of it. I'm like, whatever. Okay, let's just move on. What do I need to do now? And she said, I'll go ahead and reinstate your referral, and it'll take 3 to 5 business days. Well, it's been over a week and I haven't heard anything. And so I just wanted to call up and check on the status of the reinstated referral. Whatever the crap is going on, I don't know. I'm disheartened. I'm frustrated. I just want to get in to see this doctor, and it's been over a month since I saw the ENT. And since he said he was going to refer me to this doctor, it's been over a month and I am very frustrated. I just want to get better. I just want to find out what this is and why. I hear this in my head all day, every day. And no one believes me. Every doctor that I talk to just doesn't realize and understand that this affects my daily life, that this isn't just some like paper cut that's gonna heal with time. I hear wind in my ear all day, every day. I can't hear people talk to me sometimes. I can't sit and watch a TV show and I don't know. I can't read a book without some sort of ambient noise going on, like a sound machine or my ocean wave sound, because I can't focus, because the whooshing in my ear is too loud. That's not normal. That's not a normal, healthy way to live life. And it's stupid. And I just want to get into this doctor so we could get whatever, the MRI done, the arteriogram, whatever I need to have done to have it tested. And hopefully something they'll find something and that it won't be detrimental, because I don't want to die. All right, that's it. I got a voicemail from MD Anderson. They said they have a question about my insurance, so I have to call them back. This is so fun. Okay. I hate doing this. Hi, may I speak with...
Hey, sweetie.
Good. How are you?
Child, I'm tired. So I wanted to call you because our financial clearance center verified your insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, your insurance is an insurance that we do not accept at MD Anderson.
Okay.
We do not have a working relationship with them.
I know I checked with our insurance and they said that our doctor's in network. So why would it not be like...
Well, remember I told you we have a process where we get our patients medically cleared and then financially cleared. So this morning, insurance was verified. They sent me an email to let me know that your coverage was denied. We don't have a working relationship with your insurance. We don't have a working relationship. They're on our do not accept list.
I did not realize. Okay.
And, you know, of course you would not know that, neither would I. But when we over to financial clearance, and that's what they do, they have to call and get the benefit information.
Okay. So where do we go from here?
Well, because we do not accept your insurance, you would not be able to come to MD Anderson.
Okay.
So I just wanted to call and let you know.
Okay, well, thanks for all your help.
No problem, my dear. You take care of yourself, okay?
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
That really sucks. Pisses me off. Gotta go tell Aaron.
I'm tired.
I can't go to MD Anderson because they don't accept our insurance. So I was like, okay, well, where do we go from here? She's like, because we don't accept your plan, you can't come here. What do we do now? Can't. No one cares. No one cares.
So Dr. Parker referred you there.
Dr. Pulsatile.
Yeah, it's Eric. Let me call him.
There was that other one, but I don't know where he is either.
If you can give me the names, I'll see what I can do. What was the numbers to pay out of pocket?
They won't even see me.
They won't even talk to
They
you.
won't even talk to me. And I don't know the questions to ask.
Hey, I'm not
Like-
done fighting for you, so don't stop on me, okay?
I just thought it.
I know. I did too. I did too.
On June 22nd, I think, 2016, and I have my appointment with the neurologist. I am not excited about it. I don't feel like getting my chain jerked anymore, and so I'm just really don't feel like hearing a doctor say he doesn't know what's wrong with me or that he has to send me to someone else. So I don't know. I just want to get fixed, and hoping this is the doctor, but if it's not, I don't know. So you can tell I'm very positive. So I am home from the doctor's appointment. I am just processing stuff. Like what I talked about with the doctor, because my appointment was like, talking with him in the room was like an hour, I think over an hour, which is, I think, pretty incredible for a doctor to talk to you for that long and to invest in you. And this was just the first appointment. And so my feelings, I am encouraged, which I've said this before when I go to see a doctor. So I'm trying not to put my hope and expectation in a person, because ultimately, I mean, the only thing that put your hope in is the Lord for a healing, whether or not it's by a doctor's hand or whether or not it just like happens in the middle of the night. Anyway, that's a tangent. But basically, this doctor, I'm feeling very encouraged because he spent a lot of time with me, and he was just the way he educated me. Not only me, but like knew what it was, didn't act like it was an abnormal thing. So the next steps are, so he thinks it's maybe something doing with my veins in my ear rather than my artery, and he explained why. He had me hold my breath, and when I did, for me, the whooshing stopped, and then when I released that, he could hear through his stethoscope the blood rushing, like, and he explained like the whole reason for that, because the veins go to the heart, and when I was holding my breath, the muscles were preventing the blood from flowing, so the whooshing stopped because my like blood flow stopped. And then when I let it out, that's when it started again, and that's when he could hear it, which was incredible, because almost every doctor and I've seen has said that they can't hear it, but he heard it, which is pretty cool and makes me feel like not a crazy person, which, man, I can't even tell you how seeing doctors and just feel it, like, just the not knowing, them not knowing has made me feel like a crazy person, and like it's not even worth their time. He explained my CT scan for me, like sat down with me and showed me what everything was, which I thought was really nice. And just like over an hour of just talking to me and educating me, and the next step would be an MRI and another CAT scan and just to go from there to see if there's anything that can be seen and then if it can be fixed. So the reason I'm encouraged is because I feel like before today, it was like every doctor I had talked to, besides the referring doctor that sent me to this guy, was just like, oh, there's nothing we can do. But I'm like, but there, like, you haven't even exhausted all of your options. I mean, there is research out there. There's a whole online support community for pulsatile tinnitus, and like that's, I felt like there were no options exhausted. And if we find out what is causing this and there's nothing that you can do about it, then it sucks and I'll just live with it the rest of my life. But at least I know that we did everything that we could. But if there is something that we could do, I am most certainly looking forward to getting this whooshing stopped in my head. Oh, we also said something about my bone thinning above my middle ear, I think, and my brain sitting on top of my ear and the pulsing of my brain, but I don't know. We'll see. So the next steps are the scans, which I have a follow-up appointment with this doctor in 3 weeks, and I am hoping to get the scans done within those 3 weeks. I'm actually sitting in bed now, actually able to sit up. This is a miracle. I never thought I would not be flat on my back again, because this past week has been absolutely miserable. Last night was even more miserable. I could not even like move like this without just being in excruciating pain in my back, and then my head just felt so full after that blood patch. You know, that feeling like, I don't even know, like I guess when you hold your breath, or if you have like a really bad blood rush to your head. Like my mom was sitting like 3 feet from me and talking, and I couldn't hear her. She was just muffled because the pressure in my head was so bad. And I took 2 Tylenol PM last night. Just for reference, if I want a good night's sleep on a normal day, I take half of a Tylenol PM. So I took 2 last night. And Aaron left for work, and I vaguely remember him standing next to me telling me bye. And then I got phone calls and texts this morning, and I did not hear my phone go off at all. And I woke up close to 10. And my friend that kept the kids overnight was like, hey, are you okay? Are you alive? I'm like, I'm alive. I just took some medicine to help me sleep. I just got back from a neuro-ophthalmologist appointment. The neurologist and neurosurgeon want me to see the neuro-ophthalmologist just to confirm everything going on in my head as far as the pressure and cerebral spinal fluid, that it is causing pressure on the back of my eyes. And it was a very long appointment. It was like a 4-hour appointment. They ran all kinds of tests, did an ultrasound on my eyeballs, which is the weirdest thing in the world. I got my eyes dilated. My eyes are killing me. I have a headache because my eyeballs have been poked and prodded. Good news, or bad news, but good news is that she did see that the spinal fluid is putting pressure on my optic nerve and pushing on the back of my eyes, which is so crazy. So that just confirms everything that the lumbar puncture was saying and that my MRI shows, and that the neurologist was pretty sure of. Just wanted to get her opinion, and she said, yeah, you have to have surgery. If you don't, it's not going to get fixed and I could lose my vision. So haven't lost my vision yet. That's not why I'm wearing these. I'm wearing these because my eyes are dilated and they hurt. So this is good. This is really good. So I'm going to have surgery. I don't have a way to open this door. Hold on. So it's Monday, the day before my surgery. And today I am working on just getting everything together and ready for surgery. To get the house cleaned up, to get, I don't know, things in order for people to take care of our kids. We have a meal train going on, so people have volunteered to bring us food because we don't know what recovery is going to look like. Just lots of stuff to do today. I'm washing clothes because we have like no clothes. I gotta put the kids' clothes up. Just lots going on. Just keep getting, like, I'm nervous about surgery because it's surgery, but I'm getting excited because yesterday, Sunday, was really rough. I had a major headache, and I know it's just because of all of this that's been happening. And I came home, we went to lunch with my mom and my grandmother. We came home and I put the kids down for a nap and I fell asleep, and Aaron called me. I got texts and I got a couple phone calls, and I did not hear my phone go off at all. I was just in so much pain. And so thinking about that, I'm getting more and more excited about this getting fixed. And so I think the excitement is taking over the nerves, and it's a good place to be because I'm just ready to be healthy and ready to be functioning. I'm happy and I'm excited and ready to be healthy. But just wanted to share that with you. He asked for it for parking.
Why did you tell me that?
I just remembered because you said you had dropped the coin. And this gown, pretty irresistible. They came in and said that they had to reschedule my surgery for between 11 and 12 because he had another surgery ahead of me, and there's just a miscommunication. So I'm currently sitting here with this puffy heater on, plugs into this gown. I need one of these at home because I'm always cold. So we're waiting here. It's now like 8:45. We have a long way to go. Check out my sexy stocking.
The rope.
Oh, my sexy paper robe. They show me catheter. Got my catheter in. Catheter.
It's not a cat. It's an IV.
IV in. But she called it a cat. Never mind. No, it's not a cat. Got my IV in.
It's different.
Got my drip on. I've got. She put on some calf massagers on my leg, so I don't get any blood clots. I feel it's like a massage. It's nice. I would really love to have these leg massagers at home. And this thing, that thing, is like a heater, and it attaches to my gown, and it makes me warm and toasty. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
The walking and doing all of
What did he write on my head?
have weight restrictions. We don't want you to have.
He came over and he goes, I'm gonna mark you up, and he walked away, and I said, did he write penis on my forehead?
Your penis? No. We don't affect nerves.
Just saw the doctor.
We want to make sure the bowel's okay.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. He marked me up.
Because this has been going on for so long, your natural tissue, even with the mesh,
Oh, okay.
I would say there's about a 10%.
That's a good patient left.
I hope that means something. I think it's for real now. I have a hat. No drugs yet.
Your hand?
I'm ready for some drugs. I'm ready for a cocktail.
That don't feel good.
Okay.
I don't know what to say except recovery is rough. But I'm gonna fall asleep. Okay, good night. It's about 9:10 in the morning. I just went for a little walk. Looking really, really good right now. I just went for a walk with the OT. And when I came back, my breakfast was ready. So I've got cornflakes and some yogurt. And this is really the first thing I've eaten. I had some goldfish last night, but I haven't eaten in a long time because our surgery got delayed by about 7 hours. That is so bright. See my incision? Ew. Ugh. I'm feeling pretty sexy right now.
Look amazing.
I bet I do. I feel like I have a mullet. Like all my hair is at the top of my head and there's a little. So we're headed home. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, and we're stopped at Kroger to pick up a few groceries here and ran in, and I'm sitting in the car and just feeling very emotional and grateful that I get to go home and that I'm healed. Because I woke up yesterday morning at like 4:30 and just went into the kids' rooms and smelled them and gave them kisses and held them, just praying that I would get to come home and do it again, and I do, and I'm so grateful. So I'm gonna vlog now. I'm still kind of drowsy from
You're going to sleep after
sleeping. I don't want to go to sleep because then I won't sleep tonight. I don't want to sleep at night. I don't
You
want
said
to.
that yesterday.
I know. I don't want to just sleep
You
all
took a
day.
3-hour nap yesterday and you still slept 14 hours today. I think you're okay.
Thank you. Everyone's asking me questions to make sure my brain is working.
Do what?
I said you've been asking me questions this morning to make sure that my brain is working properly.
I have asked you a few questions. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good amount of dressing?
Mm-hmm. So it's Thursday.
What are you asking? Are you asking me questions?
I'm recording
Oh, I didn't
myself.
know you were recording.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're talking so quiet.
It's
I hope the
Thursday.
camera can hear you.
It might not. It's Thursday. I got home yesterday. And today, Aaron took the kids to a friend's house so he could get some rest because he has to work all day tomorrow. And now he's fixing my lunch. I'm tired.
What are you doing?
I'm documenting every step of the process. I just got out of the shower, or the tub.
Left the door open.
And I washed my hair for the first time
Ever?
since surgery. So here's my scar, and it's really, really sore. But I had to wash with baby shampoo and was very, 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 very gentle. And then I just put conditioner on the ends to get all the tangles out, because from laying down for several days I had so many rats. It was very matted, is what I'm saying. It's Friday night. Feeling alright. I hear the whooshing in my ear, which is a major bummer, because I was really looking forward to that being gone, and I thought it would be. So I have a follow-up. I have my post-op appointment on the 29th, and we'll definitely talk to them about that. Let's see who these are from. Praising God for your progress. Love y'all, the Altics. Aw, thank you, Gerald K, Jake, and Judah. That's so sweet. Thank you. I love it. I'm gonna go put him. Where are we gonna put him? Let's find a place for him. It's been a week and 1 day since I had brain surgery. And if you don't like scars, turn away, because I'm about to show you my scar. A lot of people are surprised at how small it is, which Aaron said I asked about 500 times after I came out of surgery if I still had hair. And I was like, I know I've asked this, but I can't remember the answer. And I do. I have hair. I have a full head of hair, but my scar, turn away if you don't like it, is right here. So they did a really good job. They parted it the opposite way and then made the incision. And so now my natural part automatically covers it up, which I really appreciate. How am I looking, folks? How am I looking, folks? Ooh, man. Feels really hard. Like my skin right there feels so hard and bumpy, like it's like a speed bump on my head. So it's Sunday afternoon. I had surgery on Tuesday, and I am really surprised at how good I feel. I cannot sit still and do nothing. I go stir crazy and I have to get up and do stuff. So last night we had a Christmas gathering with our Bible study, and I had wanted to go, but I knew that I needed to take it easy and wasn't sure how I would feel, and so it was up in the air. But yesterday morning I woke up and I was like, I want to get out of the house. So I asked my mom to babysit, and her and my dad watched the kids last night while Aaron and I went, and it was great. It was so great being around friends and celebrating Christmas and everything that it means. Jesus. Just being out of the house was so nice, and I felt good. Like when we were driving, when we drive, I get really nervous that someone's gonna hit us and I'm gonna hit my head and I'm gonna have to go back to the hospital. And so traffic was really bad, and my blood pressure was just really, really high. And normally when that happens, I can't function because my head has too much pressure in it. But I could function. It was incredible. Like, I could tell that my blood pressure was up, but the pressure in my head was not the way it used to be when that would happen. That's incredible. I'm tired, but I mean, that should be normal after having surgery. So this is incredible. How much better I feel. I feel better now after having brain surgery than I did when I was healthy before brain surgery. Isn't that nuts? That just blows me away. The last week has been a blur. I don't remember all the things that I recorded, so I don't know when I'll sit down to edit all this. but I might be surprised and amazed at how much I thought to record. I remember wanting Aaron to record me during recovery, and I was like, why aren't you filming right now? So I don't know how much of that we'll have, but maybe it'll be a decent amount. I'm really, it's just incredible to me how wonderful and helpful and incredible people have been through all this. We are surrounded by some amazing people, and so like ready to just jump in. Like, I don't even have to ask, and they're like, what do you need? And those kind of people are just treasures, and I treasure the people in our life. So I'm so grateful, and I'm so grateful to be alive. I don't know if that sounds... I was pretty peaceful about it, and I had to have the surgery. But it's still scary because it's surgery and it was my brain. And so sometimes I can be the worst kind of thinker. And I just remember waking up from surgery and saying, praise Jesus over and over again, because I was just so grateful that I woke up. I feel like there was pre-surgery and post-surgery, and like this is a new chapter in life, that I have my health back, and that I'm gonna be a better steward of my body and my time, and that there's a big story here that I don't know, this is gonna be used for something really awesome and to encourage people. I don't know, I just feel like there are big things coming after I had the surgery. Like, I don't know exactly what, but I felt like it was like a new chapter, and big, wonderful, great things are coming, and I'm ready to sit down and focus on that, and to like write down a vision and start working towards it. So there's a lot of feelings there. Yeah, thanks for watching this. Thanks for keeping up with me and all this, and I'm gonna go take a nap now. I just passed the 6-month mark since my brain surgery in December, and I kind of just wanted to talk about the last 6 months, what has happened to my body, and how I've handled the post-brain surgery situation. I wanted to show you my scar because I know there's clips of it. So you can't really, it's really grown in. I can still feel it. I can still feel where like hair is trying to grow in, but there it is. It's almost invisible. And it doesn't hurt the way it used to. But when I do have like a rush of adrenaline, or like I get nervous all of a sudden, my scar tingles, kind of like I'm Harry Potter. It's kind of cool. So I wanted to, oh lordy, talk to you about the last 6 months and what it has looked like for me after having brain surgery, because I haven't been vlogging about it and vlogging about just what's been going on with my health. So I had surgery in December of last year, December 13th. And because I have hydrocephalus, so there's a whole video I did about why I had brain surgery that I'll link either in the description or somewhere in the video. I had a blockage in my brain that was causing backup of cerebral spinal fluid. They could either have done a shunt or something called an endoscopic third ventriculostomy. So that's what I had done. I started feeling pretty good immediately after surgery, and I still feel really good. There have been a few times where I started hearing whooshing again, and I started feeling a lot of pressure in my head again. But I sort of caught on that it always happened whenever it would start raining, like right before it would start raining. I did some research and some reading, and I found out that when the barometric pressure drops, which is usually right before it starts, like right before a thunderstorm is when the barometric pressure drops, that I have a physical reaction to it. It just like blows my mind. It has happened so many times over the last 6 months. Just this past Sunday, like I was feeling great. We were at church. I loaded the kids up in the car to come home, and I started hearing whooshing in my ear, and my eyes started feeling really, really big, and so much pressure in my head. Like it was almost like pre-surgery terrible. And I came home and I had to lay down. Like within a few minutes of laying down, it just started pouring. And it just blows my mind every time, because it had been bright and sunny and not a cloud in the sky, and then all of a sudden this giant like rain cloud swooped in and dropped all this rain, and before like you could even see it, my body was feeling it, and that just like blows my mind. I've had 3 follow-ups with the neurosurgeon who did my surgery, and I asked him about it because I was really concerned, and I had started keeping a spreadsheet of barometric pressure every time I started feeling really crappy. I would check the pressure and write it down, and sure enough, like it was consistent. Every time I felt bad, it was always the consistent pressure. And he said that people with hydrocephalus already have a sensitivity to the pressure in their bodies, that they're going to be hypersensitive to the atmospheric pressure outside of their bodies. And I'm just like so, like it sucks, because I'm like, well, if I ever go to like London or Seattle, is it going to be miserable for me? But besides that, it just has me in such awe of how God created our bodies. And so every time I start feeling kind of low and can tell that the rains are coming, bring your umbrella, like some old lady, I'm just like, you know, Lord, even though it doesn't feel great right now, thank you for the beautiful, unique way that you've created us. That's really the only downside of all of this. I don't hear consistent whooshing in my ear like I did for the past 2.5 years. And that's incredible. Like that's a miracle. And I'm just so grateful that I'm healed, and that I feel 100% better. Really like makes me want to cry. The last follow-up I had, the doctor said that the next step would be an MRI just to check the way things look up in my noggin, and so that should be coming up pretty soon. And then I'll have another post-op, and then I don't have to see a doctor for this unless something comes up. And so I'm just believing that I'm completely and totally healed, and that I now just have this really weird, funny superpower where I can predict the weather, and that's the extent of it. One of the things like right after surgery that I said was, this is teaching me to be a better steward of my body. And it really has. Like I'm just more intentional about it, you know? And so I think it's just given me, like, even though the last 2 years sucked, living with hydrocephalus and seeing 10 doctors who couldn't figure out what was going on with me, and just feeling alone, even though all that was the pits. I just have such an appreciation for my health, for my body, and it's given me a new outlook for how to be a better steward to my body, even though it was something I had no control over, even though it wasn't like self-induced. It's made me a better steward of what I put in my body, what I use on my body, because I want this to be a well-oiled machine to be able to do and to focus on what God has called me to do in life, which is be a wife, a mom, to tell stories, however that looks, through writing or videos or photography, telling stories. And so this has been me telling you my story of how I am healed. And I hope that it blessed you, and thanks for watching.